Good morning. Kalimera. I want to welcome all of our visitors today. If you're new to our area and would like to join our parish, please fill out one of the off-white or cream-colored connection cards that's in the pews in front of you and give it to our greeters today, who are Catherine Sakis, who is there in the back, and Skip Higdon, who's right up here in the front. And our ambassador today is Vanessa Aviles, who's right over there. And they will be up here to greet you and to welcome you to our community and to get you connected with what's going on here. Lots of announcements this morning, but I'm going to kind of weave them into a sermon. I am coming toward the end of a 30-hour workday. I left the house yesterday morning at 8 o'clock, and I have been here ever since. And in between those two times, I did a marriage retreat yesterday. There were 10 couples here, and that was a really nice event. And then there was a wedding. And then I went with 20 of our Goyans to the movies, and we saw the movie Risen. Anybody see that movie? And yes, that was one of the advisors who was at the Now, the movie is really good. Of course, I was reading a review of it, and it said, spoiler alert ahead. And I said, what's the spoil? Jesus is going to rise from the dead. We know that. So I'm not spoiling the ending for you. I mean, if it was a different ending, then there would be something to spoil for you. But if you'd like to go and see this movie, it is nice. It is a good movie. I don't know if it's a great movie, but it's a good movie. And it's good to see Christianity up on the big screen in the theater. And if we're going to put money towards some movie company, we might as well put it to a movie company that's making wholesome Christian movies. We put lots of money in the pockets of other people who are not making good movies. So we should go and support a good movie. And if you see the movie, come and talk to me about it. You can see that they do a pretty good job, do things inaccurate, but that's with every movie. Yeah, I'm sharing that because this community of St. John's is very alive. And it's very, see, there's very alive over there. That's right on cue. We're very alive here, all right? And we're moving and we're beating and we're doing things every day. There's something going on here, and you should come and you should be part of those things. So one of the things that's going on today after church is our choir is having a brunch. We're all going to eat. So go have lunch with the choir. It's $5. Not going to beat that. The food's good because it's home cooked by our people. Tomorrow is part 3 of my Orthodoxy class. And if you missed the first 2, that's okay. Come to the third one. We're talking about truth and fiction tomorrow. What is theology? What is yayology? Which is, what was our yaya really not right about? All right? And you find out. It was quite a bit. No offense to any yayas, but. And on Tuesday, we're having an ecumenical service at Christ the King Catholic Church, and we're going to start a twice-a-year exchange. In February, coinciding with the feast of St. Polycarp, we're going to go over and we're going to celebrate a prayer for peace in the Middle East with the people at Christ the King. Our choir is going to go sing over there. I'm going to go and offer the homily. Father Len, many of you met last month at the funeral here for Anastasia. And then in September, we're going to invite the Christ the King people to come over here for a service about preserving and protecting our environment. Now, the Pope and the Patriarch, they exchange visits. The Pope goes to the Patriarchate at the Feast of St. Andrew in the end of November, and the Patriarch goes to the Vatican in June for the Feast of St. Peter. So we're taking the lead of our church leaders, and we're trying to do the same thing. We're not going to unite the churches. We're not going to celebrate Mass. We're not going to receive communion. We're not going to do anything illegal. We're going to just go and be with other Christians and pray with them for a cause that everybody has a stake in. The Middle East is a part of the world that we all share. It's very violent over there. And a lot of people that are being persecuted are our brother and sister Orthodox Christians over there. So we're going to go and we're going to pray for peace. And as an extra bonus, they're taking an offering, because the Catholics are like us. They pass the tray all the time. But the proceeds from this tray are going to go to international Orthodox Christian charities. Father says, we're going to give to you, the Orthodox. So what a beautiful gesture. So I hope that you can come on Tuesday night, 6:30. It's an hour long, and it's going to be over at Christ the King down the street. And this Saturday, we have the Mardi Gras, that Young at Heart is sponsoring. I'm going to the Mardi Gras. I hope that you're going to go to the Mardi Gras. I may dress like a priest. I might dress like something else. So I'm actually thinking about dressing up like a gorilla and coming there so you don't know who I am. And then I can sit down and I can say, bad things about the priest and then find out who agrees. I don't know. Just a thought. But come to the Mardi Gras. It's good food, good people. And then a couple of things next week to kind of look forward to. We're showing a movie here, a Christian movie, on March 4th called War Room. It's a movie about marriage enrichment, about prayer, about, when life gets tough, you go to God. And so we're going to have a movie showing in the hall, a big screen, no cost, free dinner. Can't beat that. What a great dinner and a movie with your spouse or your children at no cost. So come and have dinner and a movie on us on the 4th. And then on the 5th, we're having our first Saturday of the Souls at the Garden of Memories. And one other thing that's not in the bulletin that you're going to get in the messenger, how many people wish they could lose some weight? How many people think they should eat more healthy? How many people have a hard time focusing? How many people need some more friends? How many people want to grow in their faith? Donna, stand up over there. This is Donna Trachis. If you don't know Donna, Donna's going to be running a program this Lent called the Daniel Plan. You're going to read about it in the messenger. And the Daniel Plan is about all those 5 things: focus, food, family, friends, and faith, and fitness. All of that is in there. So if you need any or all of those things, and most of us are all of the above, go see Donna in the hall. She's going to have some information for you. And we're going to kick this off. It's a 40 days to like a better you. Spiritually, obviously we have the things in Lent, but we're going to be talking about a better you in other ways as well. So that is the Daniel Plan. Now, today, and I have good news this week. The Daniel Plan starts after this week. And this week, Wednesdays and Friday, you can eat anything you want. There's no fasting this week. That's why we're not starting the Daniel Plan today. So go and eat well this week. You don't have to fast at all. The first week of the Triodion, there's no fasting. But then we're going to go to regular fasting, no meat, no everything else, and we're going to really work on Better Us. But before we work on Better Us, the church gives us a 1-week vacation from that. So eat whatever you want this week. I'm coming back. I'm not done. When I come out with the Holy Communion on Sundays, and I say with the fear of God, with faith, and with love, draw near, what is the thing that you cannot see right now? My face. Because the invitation to communion is an invitation from God through the mouth of whoever your priest is. It's not Father's invitation, like, come on up for communion. That's why we don't come out with a chalice like this. But rather, it's the voice of God through the mouth of whoever is the celebrant, inviting you to come and receive communion. Now, what does that mean? With the fear of God, with faith, and with love, draw near. What is the message from God to you? It's very simple. The message from God is, I love you. When the priest stands there, whoever your priest is, and holds the chalice there, he's saying, I love you. Like we send our children off to school in the morning, and hopefully you hug them and kiss them and say, I love you, have a great day. God is saying, I love you, thanks for coming today. Have a wonderful week, have a blessed week. Take me with you this week. And our response is, I love you back. I'm going to come with some sense of fear, with some sense of respect, with some sense of awe, with my own sense of love for you. All right, that's what we're doing when we're receiving communion. I love you, and you say, I love you back. All right, now, there's something critically involved there in that exchange, and that is the word humility. God, who created everything, came down to be with us, to be one of us, to die for us. What greater act of humility can there possibly be? than dying for someone else, especially when you're God and you're above everybody else. So God, every time we come for the liturgy, is reminding us, I did that for you because I love you. And when we come to God in communion, we are saying, I need you. I might be smart, I might have lots of money, I might have a nice house, I might have a beautiful family, I might have a nice career, I might have all these things, but I need you. And why do I need you? Because there is a gap between me and you. And who causes that gap? I do, when I'm sinning. And who closes that gap? Both of us together. But because I sin almost without thinking about it, the only way that we can close that gap is for God to have pity on us. God, have mercy on us. Give us the mercy that we don't deserve. Let us receive you anyway. How many people committed a sin this last week? How many people committed more than one sin this last week? How about many more than one sin this last week? All right, so then we come to church, and we're like, I'm going to go and receive God, even though I committed many, many, many sins this week. Well, that's an act of mercy. Like, God, have mercy on me. I committed many sins. And maybe I was trying and I just had some bad day, and maybe I wasn't really trying all that hard anyway. But please give me mercy and love me anyway. That's the exchange of Holy Communion. So why am I talking about this today? Because, for two reasons. One, in the epistle lesson, it says, St. Paul says in his letter to Timothy, all who desire to live a godly life in Christ Jesus will be persecuted. So when you sign up to be a Christian, you don't get a free pass, go directly to heaven. And you say, like if we're playing Monopoly, it's like go directly to persecution. It's really hard to win in the game of Christianity. Because the world persecutes Christians, the world tempts Christians, the world doesn't like Christians more and more these days. And even if the world likes Christians, we don't need the world to be against us. Sometimes we're against ourselves. We're our own worst enemies. We're lazy, we're angry, we're all these things. I don't need anyone to persecute me for me to be lazy or to be undisciplined. Right? I do those things just fine on my own. Right? So I need God's mercies on me and God's help so that when I go back into the world in a few minutes, I feel that I'm not alone. I feel that I have some assistance there. And the other lesson is today from the gospel reading. Today is the Sunday of the publican and the Pharisee. And it's the beginning of our journey toward Easter. Every year, we always celebrate Christmas on December 25th and Epiphany on January 6th. But every year, Pascha is on a different day. And so you back up 11 Sundays from Pascha, whenever that day is. And this year, it's May 1st. So today, the journey to May 1st starts today with the Sunday of the publican and the Pharisee. We've got 3 weeks to kind of prepare ourselves. And 3 weeks from tomorrow, we start Great Lent. And then many weeks after that, we start Holy Week. And hopefully by Pascha, 70 days from now, we're at a different place spiritually in our lives. Maybe we understand better this I love you and I need you with God. And we understand better that God loves us. But in the parable of the publican and the Pharisee, and I'm just about done, is we encounter two men. Who go to the temple to pray. And one of them prays with himself. God, I thank you that I'm not like other people. I pray, I tithe, I fast, I do all these good things, and thank God I am not like that low-life tax collector back there. So that prayer is all about me. I. That's not humble, that's egotistical. And everybody's got an ego of some sort. Mine is swelling sometimes. I have to work on the thing that the publican had, which is humility. Humility. The publican came in, and he knew he was a sinful man. He didn't need someone to tell him, yeah, you're a sinful man. He knew that he was dishonest. He knew that he wasn't popular. And he stood in the back of the temple, and he put his head down, and he said, Lord, I have nothing to say other than I need mercy. I am unworthy to even be in your church because I cannot even look at you. I need your mercy. I need you to take pity on me. I need you to love me so that I can love me and so that I can love you. And when we come with that posture that says, I need you and I love you, then God exalts us. And when we come and we say, you know what, I love myself and I don't need anybody else's love, it's all about me, then we're going to go away disappointed. The things that the Pharisee was doing, the praying, the fasting, the tithing, those are good things. Do those things. But no matter how many good things we do, we need God's mercy and God's help on us. That's the lesson of today. So next Sunday, come and hear that message from God. I love you. And you can handle another week because I'm going to walk with you. And then come as you do every Sunday, and I'm so blessed. Our church is so full of people on Sunday, and it's so full of life during the week. Come and say to God, I love you too, and please be with me, and please help me, and please come into me through Holy Communion. I hope that you're going to take advantage of the many things that we're doing in our church. The most important thing we do is hear that invitation from Christ every Sunday. That's the number one thing that goes on here. But don't let it stop there. Come at some of these other things, again, to learn, to boost your knowledge, to boost your fellowship, to receive encouragement from other people. Yesterday, our marriage retreat wasn't group therapy. There was a lot more laughing there than crying. I mean, there was a lot of laughing there. People who came, they learned something, and they had a good time, and they met some other people. So come to these, whatever it is, a movie, a dance, a lunch. Come and meet people and be encouraged and supported by other people and encourage and support them so that we can all better understand that he loves us and that we love him, and that there's a special thing for those who love him, and it's called everlasting life. Thanks for being here today. Have a great week.